everything we can to grant and ensure a place in paradise. We give advice and we share because that's the only type of life that would suffice. And whatever we write will be left for the previous generation. Smile on your faces. Noor, because that also incorporates patience. Our faith, Islam, should be taken, and we should keep making the best of what we have. And inshallah, we can dust away the trials and tribulations on our struggle-ish path to come to the conclusion where we can all smile and laugh, because we all have a life that we should try to grasp. That's all.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Alhamdulillah, it's nice seeing little beautiful faces here today. So without further ado, sure to introduce me, but yet again, if you forgot, my name is Mohsin Jaffery. I also go by the rap name Prophecy. So a lot of you may see me before. So without further ado, I'll get on with my poetry. So I call this piece Freedom. It's called Freedom. You see, when I was your age, they told me I couldn't become anything, because being something was being able to fit in. So I really wanted to follow the trends, but I didn't know where to begin, because like the only friends I had at recess were a paper and a pen. I watched the cool kids playing ball. Man, I really wanted to be them, but yet again, I was not anything. So one day in class, the teacher asked us what we wanted to be when we grew up. Some kids said doctors, lawyers, teachers, engineers, and some really cool stuff. But you see, my thinking was not like the other boys and girls. And when the teacher asked me, I said I wanted to change the world. Sounds silly, right? That's why I got laughed at. The other kids picked on me and talked trash. So at the end of the day, I started crying when I got home. Had to get the tissues by myself because I was usually alone. Mom was at the hospital and Dad was at work. Siblings were at school. There was no one to see if I was hurt. I was so angry and sad because I thought nobody would care, and then I remembered the saying of my father, life is full of struggles and life is not really fair. Although nobody was there to show me some love, I knew I was being watched from the merciful one from above, so I rose up from my knees to the feet. My determination would strike hard like the sword of Imam Ali. I wanted to be myself even though I was so deprived. I had hope in Allah and the Holy Five. I had confidence in my talent and I proved people wrong. I was influenced by the wisdom of the prophets and imams. So be original and be yourselves. And I pity the cool kids because their personalities just need help. So don't try to fit into the crowd or change the way you dress. Because if the whole world was blind, then who would you impress? So take no stress and please your creator, not his creations, for success. And then you will witness your freedom.
So this piece is called Wake Up, and it's something we should do. And we should wake up from our sleep of ignorance. We should wake up and learn about the world we live in. And so, we look around, but we do not see. We hear all these sounds, but fail to listen. We talk the talk so eloquently, But when the time comes to walk the walk, we just turn a blind eye. We have become an audience like those who sit around soccer fields with nice comfy seats and plenty of food and drinks to last for the game. We have become an audience who just sits on the sidelines. We're the audience to the cries of those who cry for justice, wondering if justice was ever just, because now it's just them and their Lord, and the oppressors who have taken over their lands, minds, and hearts. We have become an audience to the young boy whose head is buried in between his knees and his hands are on his head trying to protect himself from the dangers that lie within the city, but dangers don't mean much when you're hungry for love. From a mother whose voice you will never hear again because she was killed by the oppressors who had taken over the motherland, and the smile of a father whose traits and characteristics will have to be dug out from the back of this young boy's imagination. And while sitting all alone, thinking how the peacekeepers never brought peace, only corruption, while stripping his motherland of its natural resources. And no, I'm not just speaking of oil, but the spirits who have risen and the bodies who've been buried under that precious soil. We have become an audience to the little girl who hides under her desk at school, covering her ears, because this is not the familiar sound of the lullabies her mom puts her to sleep with, tears running down her face like a tap left open, praying that if she dies, she'll finally be able to hear her mother's lulling lullabies in peace, without the sounds of the bombs and explosions, without having to wonder when she'll be breathing her last, while we sit on the sidelines. While we sit on the sidelines so comfortably and eat all we brought, and I guess all the extra food is classified as junk, for we don't open our eyes to see that while we stuff ourselves like our Thanksgiving turkeys, there are people who go to bed hungry, and air becomes the only possible option on the menu. We have forgotten that it's for those who have struggled in the past and continue to struggle that we are here today, alive and powerful by the grace of the Almighty. So let's stand up and speak for those who have lost their voices, for those who are only valued by numbers and statistics, for those who resist to exist against the oppressors of today, like Imam Hussein, who stood against the tyrants of yesterday. So let's stand up and speak out, for it can take one to make a change. And when the truth is your mission and to him is your submission, success in this world and the next will be your result.